What's up guys, Faisal here. We have more case listings for the budget iPads and also some details regarding the specs, and so let's delve into it. So to begin with the ESR cases that of course I delved into in previous videos are now officials, so you can officially buy this before the launch of the budget iPads. This is supposed to be somewhat accurate, but as I have said in previous videos, while I am sure the dimensions and the cutouts for the case are perfectly accurate, the front that's shown in the renders completely makes no sense because this essentially is an all-screen iPad at $399 would cannibalize the iPad Air CS. I ultimately think my smart price is right and we are getting the iPad Air chassis, but of course with an iPad 9 front. Since as I have said many times in the past, case manufacturers are basing these cases of root cards and leaks they have heard. They do not get information regarding the products before only these, and so yes, I am still doubtful about this. And to make things even more confusing, there are other case listings that show a landscape face ID module on the iPads. And again, I have my doubts over this because Delanka told us iPad Pros would be the first to get this, and that would make sense because generally the iPad Pros do get everything first. And so yes, I will not be surprised if this case listing is of course for the M2 iPads instead. Anyways, continuing with the confusing information, Makatakara tells us we could get the M1 chip with the base iPads. Now this is very confusing and makes completely no sense because let's say theoretically this iPad gets an all-screen display on the front. Then this getting the M12 would absolutely cannibalize the iPad F5 and would make that completely redundant because one could argue that even with the iPad 10 getting a major redesign, the F5 would of course have M1 exclusive features, and some people might care about that, but if M1's coming to the case iPads, then yeah, there really is no point getting the iPad F5. And so yeah, this is not gonna happen. The M1 overkill for the budget iPad. Expect the A14, or of course there is always a chance Apple does use the A13 chip, and to be honest, for what people would see on budget iPad, that chip perfectly fine. They also mentioned Touch ID is going to be built into the power button, which again makes no sense. I don't think we are gonna see this. I firmly do believe the home button is going to stay on the front, since visually this iPad needs to look different from the other iPads so that they can upsell you on the higher end models, and so given this, a forehead keychain makes sense. And Yamakatakara tells us this will be a bigger version for the iPad mini 6. Absolutely makes no sense because that what the iPad A5 is, and so yes, some of these leaks are completely unrealistic. Definitely tempt expectation with these iPads. Really, there are only two parts for this report that make sense, and that's Apple Pencil to support and the USB port. However, interestingly, Makatakara does say there might not be a smart connect on this, and I doubt that again because the whole point we are getting flat side is to give the support for the exciting smarter Magic keyboards Apple sells for the iPad Pro. Since to remember, with the budget iPads they usually recycle accessories from high-end models. And so yeah, this adopting the smart keyboards and the Magic Keyboard from the iPad Pros does make sense. And yes, I know the Magic Keyboard itself is basically the price of the iPad, but I think the regular Magic Keyboards could come down in price and we see a Magic Keyboard Pro instead with more features like additional ports or a function row that of course fills the current price point. That's it for now. For more updates, please subscribe to our channel Technology in the Future. Until the next video, take care of yourself. Peace out.